Even with the new early signing day period, there's still a lot of big-time players still uncommitted based off of 24/7 Sports player composite rankings. There are 4 5-stars still yet to announce, and 18 players rated in the top 100 still yet decided on where they will play at the next level. The highest rated player is American Heritage's 5-star corner Patrick Surtain Jr., the top rated defensive back from the class of 2018. Now it looks like it will come down to Alabama or LSU, with the U remaining a long shot. His teammate in the secondary at American Heritage, Tyson Campbell, checks in as the number 2 corner from the class of 2018, and the 6'2.5", 180-pound DB is one of the most physical corners in high school football. The U, Alabama, and Georgia remain the favorites for Campbell. The top-rated offensive tackle in the class is Berkeley Prep's 5-star beast Nicholas Petit-Frere. The 6'6", 270-pounder is one of the most talented players in the country, and Florida, Alabama, Notre Dame, Michigan, and Ohio State are all in the mix, with Florida being the favorite, according to 24/7's Crystal Ball. The last 5-star recruit still left uncommitted is former UCLA pledge Elijah Griffin. The 2017 MaxPreps first-team All-American did not allow 1 touchdown to an opposing wide receiver this past season, and the son of Warren G looks like it might be down to 2, USC or Tennessee. Sticking in California, Antelope Valley's Devon Williams is the top-rated wide receiver yet to commit, and when you put on the tape, you see one of the best playmakers in the country. Oregon remains the favorite for D. Will, but USC and UCLA are both still in the mix. Helix's shutdown corner Isaac Taylor Stewart is one of the most talented players in the nation, and it looks like it's going to come down to USC, Alabama, Georgia, or Texas A&M for the MaxPreps All-American defensive back. The offensive MVP of the 2018 Polynesian Bowl, Tanner McKee, is the top-rated quarterback that is still uncommitted, and the 4-star QB from Corona Centennial is pegged 100% to Stanford, according to 24/7 Sports Crystal Ball. A couple of big-time wide receivers, Jalen Waddle and Justin Ross, are both still uncommitted, and when you see Waddle's tape, you see one of the best playmaking wideouts from the class of 2018. The MaxPreps All-American is nearly impossible to tackle in the open field, and his final 6 include Texas A&M, Alabama, Texas, Florida State, TCU, and Oregon. Ross is the top-rated player from Alabama and is a top 10 wideout from the class. The talented playmaker will be playing for Alabama, Clemson, or Auburn at the next level, and according to the Crystal Ball, 24/7 Sports has him pegged at 80% to go to Clemson. But trust me, don't count out Alabama or Auburn just yet. Apopka's 4-star offensive tackle, William Barnes, is the 5th-rated OT in the class, and it looks like it will come down to Florida, North Carolina, or Auburn for Barnes, with Florida being the favorite. Sticking on the offensive line, Desert Hill's Penei Sewell checks in as the top-rated player from Utah and the number 2 offensive guard from the class of 2018. Oregon, Alabama, and USC remain the favorites for the 6'5", 350-pounder. North Point, 6'6", 300-pound 4-star offensive tackle Rasheed Walker checks in as the 6th-rated OT in the class, and according to 24/7 Sports Crystal Ball, it looks like it will come down to a couple of Big Ten schools, Penn State or Ohio State. The Sunshine State has produced some big-time wide receivers in the past, and another one could very well be Jacob Copeland. The 4-star wideout from Florida can ball with the best of them, and it looks like it will come down to Alabama or the Gators for Jay Cope. The 4th-rated defensive tackle from the class of 2018 is Parkway North's Michael Thompson. Missouri and Oklahoma remain the 2 favorites to land the 4-star beast. The 2nd-rated player from Texas still uncommitted is Houston Cy Springs hard-hitting safety Leon O'Neal Jr., and he's one of the most savage DBs in the country. 24/7 Sports Crystal Ball has the former Texas A&M pledge leaning towards the Aggies still, with Clemson and Oklahoma both in the mix. Sticking in the Lone Star State, Yoakum's 4-star playmaker Josh Moore is one of the most talented players in the country. The former Nebraska commit looks like he might be leaning towards Texas after his official visit this last weekend, but Florida State, Oregon, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and Tennessee are still in the mix. Former Florida commit Jamar Chase remains one of the best wide receivers uncommitted. According to 24/7's Crystal Ball, they have the Louisiana Stars staying home, and they think LSU is the favorite right now. And hey, just imagine if him and 5-star Terrace Marshall Jr. are on the same team. That would be scary for opposing SEC defenses down the road. Modern day's 4-star linebacker Solomon Tuliaupupu won the majority of Defensive Player of the Year awards, including the Dick Butkus Award given to the nation's best linebacker, and claiming the U.S. Army All-American Defensive Player of the Year award after leading the way defensively for the #1 team in high school football. Now, whoever lands the talented linebacker is getting one of the most complete defensive players in the country. It looks like it will come down to USC, Notre Dame, UCLA, or Ohio State for Tuliaupupu, with USC being the heavy favorite according to 24/7's Crystal Ball. Some other top recruits from Southern California include a couple of Long Beach Poly studs. 4-star wide receiver Jalen Hall has dropped a little bit in 24/7's latest rankings, but hey, don't let that fool you. He's still one of the best overall wideouts from the class, and Oregon is trending upward for the former 5-star receiver. His former high school teammate at Hawkins and Long Beach Poly is 4-star safety Ashari Crosswell, and he's one of the most complete defensive backs in the game. Arizona State is trending big time after his former high school coach, Antonio Pierce, took a job with Herm Edwards as a linebacker coach. Gardena Sarah's 4-star linebacker Merlin Robertson is also trending upward towards Arizona State, with USC and Oklahoma still in the mix. A couple other guys in the top 150 are Lee Summit West. 4-star athlete Mario Goodrich, the former Nebraska pledge, has had official visits scheduled this month with LSU, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Florida. The Cornhuskers still remain in the mix too. The last player we're checking out is Shelby's 4-star linebacker Dax Holyfield. He ended his high school career with over 600 tackles, 139 tackles for loss, and he also had 38.5 sacks. He's one of the best when it comes to locating the football, and it looks like it will come down to Stanford and Virginia Tech, according to 24/7's Sports Crystal Ball.